Hello, my name is Anne and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming the intimidating TBR book tag. I recently counted all my books and it turns out I have 360 books, from which I have 155 unread ones. So to share my shame with you a little, I wanted to film the intimidating TBR tag, and also because I was tagged by Ilya from My Bookish Babbles. So here it is, Ilya. The first question is, what is a book on your TBR pile that you haven't finished? And I must be honest and tell you that I have many of those, because sometimes I just start a book and get distracted by another book that I want to read really bad, and I just pick up the next book. And I sort of forget about the first one that I was reading. So I have a lot of those. But for today I have Drums of Autumn by Gabaldon. I am reading this as an audiobook, and I constantly read the book after I've watched the series because these are so big and the pages are so thin. This has more than 1,000 pages. The story is not always as fast-paced as it could be or should be, in my opinion. But because I love the series so much, I also love the books, and that's why I read them in audiobook format. The second question is a book you just haven't had the time to read for. And that is definitely King of Scars. I picked this book up in Dublin at the end of February, beginning of March, right after I had read all of the other Grisha books. And I wanted to start in this right away. But I had so many other books that I was already reading, and I just haven't had the time for it since. And I don't know why, and I really, truly want to read this because I love Leigh Bardugo's writing. And I love this world, and I love the character that this book is about. So I just have to read it very soon. The third question is a book you haven't read yet because it's a sequel. Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab. I really enjoyed this Savage Song, which is the first book in this duology, or series, I don't even know. Is there another book coming out? I need to look that up. But I really enjoyed the first one, but then I just never picked up the sequel, and I am not sure why. I have it in my possession since it came out, because I pre-ordered it, but I just didn't read it yet, and I have no idea why. Question number 4 is a book you haven't read yet because it is brand new. That is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I pre-ordered this book on a Dutch website called bol.com, and it was supposed to come out on the 3rd of September. But, as has happened to me before at bol.com, they didn't tell me anything, didn't send an email or whatever, but they just didn't send the book to me. So I contacted them and asked them, where's my book? If the date has moved, that's fine, but please then let me know. Because I want it. I pre-ordered it because I wanted it on the date of release. So I got a reply saying that they have no idea, and that on another website the release date was the 17th of October. And I have no idea why, maybe a reprint, but they just could not tell me why they weren't able to send me the book. And it would have been completely fine if they've just sent me an email to notify me that it would be late or that the date has moved or anything. I really wouldn't have cared, but because they just didn't let me know and made me find out by myself if I was even getting my book or not. Anyway, I'm never pre-ordering on bol.com again. Next time I will just use Book Depository. So I also cancelled my Queen of Nothing pre-order there and went to Book Depository, and I hope that will be in my house on a release date. But we'll see. We'll see. It's fine. The next question... Did you hear that? That was a train. My window is open because it's hot in my room, but that train made a lot of noise. I should have closed it. Let me just close it. I'll be back. That's better, isn't it? Okay, but where was I? Question 5. A book by an author you've read previously but didn't really like. I had a very hard time finding a book for this one because I just do not buy books from authors that I didn't like. But when I was thinking about it for a really long time, I finally came up with a book that I do still want to read but from a previous series of this particular author that I did not enjoy. Even though I'm cheating a little bit because I did not finish that book, but anyway. The book I'm talking about is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I have tried reading Cinder, but I could not get into it, so after a page or 50-ish. So this is a new series by Marissa Meyer, and it's not new now, but it's new to me. And I got the sequel to this book at Yelp in a surprise book thing. So I will have to read this one. I don't know when, and it will definitely not be soon because I have many other books that I want to read first. But it will be read eventually. The next question is a book on your TBR that you are just not in the mood for to read. And that is Origin by Dan Brown. I have read and loved all of Dan Brown's books, especially the Professor Langdon stories, like Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code and all of those. And I bought this book as soon as it came out last year. And I just haven't read it because I have not been in the mood for a mystery thriller-ish book. So it's still on my TBR and I still do want to read it. And it is still really pretty naked, if you can see this. I mean, that's just beautiful. But I just haven't read it yet. I don't know why. I just wasn't in the mood. Then question number 7 is a book on your TBR pile that you haven't read yet because it is ginormous. And the only thing I can say for that is this beast. This thing, Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare, is 880 pages long. And then there's an extra short story in the back that I want to read. And I do truly want to know how this story ends, so I have started it. And I know that's kind of cheating, but this is the biggest book I own. Well, that's not true because I just said that Drums of Autumn is more than 1,000 pages, but it's easier to take with you because it's smaller in size. Wait, I'll compare. See? That's a big difference. So I have loved every Shadowhunter book that is out there, and I will love this too, and I am reading it now, but I am close to page 200, but normally that would be half, maybe 3/4 of the book, but it's not even that. I have so much left to read, and I have so many other books that I want to read, and I am just trying to get through this beast. Then a book that I bought because of the cover, but that turned out to have bad reviews. That is Ink by Alice Broadway. I bought it because of the beautiful foils on the cover. It is made of feathers and birds and butterflies, and it just seemed like a really cool book to me because it's about tattoos that describe how your life has been, but I have not picked it up yet. And when I looked it up on Goodreads, it turned out to have 3.65 stars. And I know that's not a low rating because it's almost 4, but it is the lowest that I have. Because I usually immediately look up on Goodreads what the book is about and what the reviews are. But this was just an impulse buy. Then lastly, the book on my TBR that is the most intimidating to me. And at first I really wanted to pick Queen of Air and Darkness for this because it is so big and it's just super intimidating to me. But then I thought of Infinity Sun by Adam Sylvera. I have the arc of this book and I do really want to read it, but my friend Ilya, who tagged me in this video, has DNF'd this book. And she could not get into it. And then she traded it for A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and I'm very jealous of her, but anyway. I do truly want to read Infinity Sun, and I want to read it soon, but it's just so intimidating to me because I'm afraid I won't like it. So there's that. So that was the end of this tag, and now you have seen a little bit of the shame that is my huge TBR pile. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you, Ilya, for tagging me. I don't know who to tag, but if Sophia's Thoughts has not done this video yet, then I tag you. And if you feel like doing this tag, please go ahead because I just enjoy watching it. So thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe to my channel if you like this video and want more like it. And please like this video if you liked it because that helps me bringing my videos out there. And please comment below if you've read any of these books and if you've enjoyed them, yes or no. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!